Hi everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favourite mango from outer space. I hope you're all doing well. Today I thought it would be a fun idea to share with you some very peculiar and rarely seen commanders within the format. It's very likely many of you watching this video have never seen any of these commanders before. For all the commanders listed in this video, I've gathered their playing stat from the website edhrec.com to showcase how low the play rates are on each of them within the commander format. I'd love to know what you all think of these legendary creatures. Before we do take a look at these commanders, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more awesome commander videos. So without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Let's check out these commanders. Number 1. Zirilan of the Claw, rank 1306. A legendary creature lizard shaman that costs 2 red and 3 generic mana to cast. It says the following. For 1 generic and 2 red mana, and tap, search your library for a dragon permanent card, put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. That dragon gains haste until end of turn, exile it at the beginning of the next end step. Zirilan is actually rather cool. In fact, if you're a dragon fan, I reckon you will highly enjoy piloting this commander. It's unique and very aggressive, plus that old card art just pops, has such an interesting flair to it, really old school. Being a mono red commander could perhaps be a slightly disadvantage for those dragon tribal fans because we miss out of many cool dragons from other colours. But not to worry, red is filled with extraordinary dragons and to be honest, perhaps the best dragons in the format. Zirilan is sick. Its ability is very sweet. Being able to tap for 3 mana to tutor for our favourite dragon and throw it straight into the battlefield with haste, bypassing any mana cost is just so darn cool. We can throw in some truly monstrous big boys with flying and overwhelm our opponents. The downside is we do have to exile that creature at the end of turn. However, we can dodge this little dilemma with certain nifty cards, such as Conjurer's Closet, which is an artifact spell that costs 5 total mana to cast and says the following. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. This means this artifact combined with our lizard commander will allow us to pick the creature we tutored for and keep it alive. This can be especially awesome if that creature has a powerful enter the battlefield ability. Another card option could be Sundial of the Infinite, which costs a total of 2 mana to cast, which is very low and can help us prevent the dragons from disappearing as well. Apart from finding ways to keeping our dragons alive, we also need to utilize some awesome dragons in the first place. So if you can, chuck in as many excellent dragons that you can get your hands on. Here is one of my favourites. Hellkite Tyrant, costs 2 red and 4 generic mana to cast and has an obscenely powerful kit that states the following. Whenever Hellkite Tyrant deals combat damage to a player, gain control of all artifacts that player controls. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 20 or more artifacts, you win the game. So, combine this bad boy with our commander Zirilan and we get some totally spicy turns, especially against players who are running a lot of artifacts. Overall, Zirilan certainly is a unique and interesting commander. Many here have likely never seen this one before. What do you all think of Zirilan? Any dragon fans out there who would like to try this one out? Let me know. You can buy this commander for around $9. Number 2. Triad of Fates, play rate 1801. A legendary creature human wizard that costs 1 black, 1 white and 2 generic mana to cast. It has 3 power and 3 toughness and says the following. For 1 generic mana and tap, put a feint counter on another target creature. For 1 white and tap, exile target creature that has a feint counter on it, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. For 1 black and tap, exile target creature that has a feint counter on it, its controller draws 2 cards. So this is one of those rare commanders that you really have to read a few times to fully understand how it can be utilized. At first you may be thinking of adding the fate counters to opponent's creatures and using Triad to exile them. This works, but doing this is either going to help them net 2 cards or you even risk a powerful ETB trigger from happening. After some thought, you realize that the best way of doing it is to actually exile your own creatures. So you want to target your own creatures for this one. Doing so will allow us to draw cards or choose to abuse our own powerful ETB triggers we have on the board. These sort of commanders are not rarely seen and can require some time when building and brainstorming for ideas. I suppose this may be why Triad of the Fates is so underplayed and rarely seen within the commander format. The other problem is it's slow. We have 3 options on this commander, all requiring it to be tapped to activate it, so we'll have to wait a whole turn cycle to do it again. It can be very slow to set up, as we need to add those faint counters in the first place. This could also deter players from wanting to play this commander. However, if we could find other options for adding faint counters, or ways to untap our commander Triad of Fates, I feel like we could definitely have a rather powerful and fun commander to pilot. There are options out there for adding faint counters, such as Oblivion Stone and Eye of Doom. Not too sure if other options exist out there, but let me know. Furthermore, the card Puppet Strings is a decent option for untapping our commander to try and activate its ability again. Triad of Fates may be severely underplayed, but I feel like it could be an interesting commander to pick up and try to brew around. I don't think it's going to be the most powerful commander option out there, and there are far easier options available to build, but if you're looking for a challenge, then perhaps give Triad of the Fates a go. You can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 3. Tawnos, Urza's Apprentice, rated 1858. A legendary creature human artificer that costs 1 red and 1 blue mana to cast. It has 1 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Haste, for 1 blue and 1 red, and tap, copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an artifact source. You may choose new targets for the copy. Mana abilities can't be targeted. To be honest, I'm surprised to see how low on the list this commander is on EDH Rec, because it really is decent. Then again, I've only ever really faced off against one Tawnos deck ever, so yeah, definitely a rare sight to behold on the commander battlefield, rarely seen. Tawnos is a great low casting cost commander at only 2 total mana, making him fast and reliable to get out on the battlefield. He offers a pretty interesting and unique ability, allowing us to copy an activated or triggered ability we control, but it has to be from an artifact source that we control. He also comes in with haste, so you can quickly get the snowball rolling. I feel like if you're into combo pieces, you'll likely enjoy this commander. With a deck like this, you're going to be running as many powerful artifacts that you can get your hands on, so as to truly take advantage of Tawnos' whole kit. I would really recommend running some artifact mana reducers alongside this commander to make things a bit more easier to do, such as Ethereum Sculptor and Foundry Inspector. Both rather budget cards to buy, and both lower the casting cost of artifact spells we cast by 1 generic mana. Overall, Tawnos is a pretty reliable commander and could potentially be a powerful threat on the battlefield. Have any of you watching this video played Tawnos before or played against the Tawnos deck? I would love to know. You can buy this commander for around $1. Hey everyone, fun little fact. Only around 13% of you watching this video are actually subscribed to me. So, you guys from the larger percentage who are coming back to view these videos, maybe think about subscribing. That would really make my day. Okay, let's dive back into this video. Number 4, Llawan Cephalid Empress, rated 2025. A legendary creature octopus noble that costs 1 blue and 3 generic mana to cast. It has 2 power and 3 toughness and says the following. When Llawan Cephalid Empress enters, return all blue creatures your opponents control to their owner's hands. Your opponents can't cast blue creature spells. So this is one very obscure creature. Is it good? I'm really not too certain. It offers such a specific restriction, blue creature hate, locking any blue creatures from being cast and bouncing all blue creatures back to their owner's hands, well, opponents' ones. It's an odd commander since within the EDH format, we don't really face off against armies of blue creatures. This domain belongs to other colors such as green and white. So locking them out isn't going to push us that ahead. But I suppose in some games this could work and be rather amusing. One thing to consider is if you're playing against a mono blue opponent, it's possible that they're going to have a really bad time against this commander. Perhaps this is one of those reasons you don't see this commander so often. Very underplayed. Personally, this isn't a commander I would pick up and brew, but I'm sure someone out there could really enjoy this funny noble octopus. You can buy this commander for around 70 cents. Number 5, the final commander on my list today. Masumaro, First to Live, rated 2064. A legendary creature spirit that costs 3 green and 3 generic mana to cast. It has star power and star toughness and says the following. Masumaro, First to Live's power and toughness are each equal to twice the number of cards in your hand. So Masumaro is not that strong of a commander, but can definitely get a few head turns. It's different and unpredictable. The more cards in our hand, the stronger this commander becomes. Its whole kit seems to lean towards the Voltron route. Make him as large as possible with auras and equipment and cards in our hands, and I suppose it could be a formidable threat. Its ability stacks on twice the number of cards in our hand, and this is what makes it somewhat decent. So if you're holding 6 cards, its power and toughness will be 12, which isn't bad at all. Give it protection, evasiveness, and things could be interesting. Just make sure to stack up with as much card draw as possible. Thankfully, green has access to loads of great options, such as Hunter's Prowess and Soul's Majesty. Additionally, I also recommend getting some cards that can prevent maximum hand size, such as Venser's Journal, which is an old school card that's known to do this. Overall, this is one very peculiar and lackluster commander. I don't see it causing too much chaos on the battlefield, and green has access to so many excellent commanders who overshadow Masumaro for sure. Nevertheless, if you're looking for something different to bring to the table and a challenge to build, then this could be a fun commander to try out. Have any of you played against it before? Ever seen it? Let me know. You can buy this commander for around $1. Okay, we've arrived to the end of the video. What do you all think of the commanders I've listed? Have any of you played one of these commanders before? Are you thinking of building any of them? Want to share a commander option? If so, let me know in the comment section below. I love reading your comments and always try my best to answer them all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out the 2 other videos that should have popped up on the screen. Please could drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to keep updated for more of my future commander content. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.